If James Bond were a woman, that's who I would want to be.
Hi everyone, it's PK Mutch here, and this is my October viewpoint. It's Halloween, only a few days away, and I thought I might dress up for this month's viewpoint. I had 3 ideas for costumes. First, Wonder Woman, because as an anti-ageism advocate, I think it's super cool that she is technically now over 80 years old. Yep. Plus, I love how in the most recent version of the character, she only discovers her true strength and purpose when tested in a real life ugly war versus living her life out on a cushy island of birth. Then I also considered Amelia Earhart, the incredible aviation pioneer, feminist, adventurist, and author who mysteriously disappeared, like so many other women who are erased from their contributions to history. Furiosa, that's who I wanted to be. So, who is Furiosa? Well, as a little reminder, Furiosa is the kick-ass main character in the apocalyptic, feminism-inspired, post-climate crisis film Fury Road, and it's the third in America's Mad Max movie trilogy. It was made in 2015. Fury Road oozes with feminist themes and has been well critiqued by all branches of feminism as a result. It was too white, all male directed. But then again, they brought in Eve Ensler, a well known feminist activist and author, the creator of the Vagina Monologues, was brought in to advise. Anyway, the film and the body of critical work that followed it is a real treasure trove, and I encourage you to read some of the brilliant analysis done. Back to the story. The story in a nutshell is about Furiosa, a woman taken from her birthplace and whose follow on traumas encrusted her to become a warrior woman who lived in a patriarchal, scorched earth nightmare of a place where nothing can grow, called the Citadel. The Citadel is governed by a sickly, warmongering uber patriarch called Immortan Joe. And in the movie, Furiosa tries to rescue Immortan Joe's 5 supermodel trophy wives from serving as his personal sex and reproduction slaves. After busting them loose, Furiosa and her allies head for the Green Place, sort of a safe house environmental Garden of Eden run by a matriarchal community called the Vuvalinas, or Many Mothers. After risking life and lives to get there, dodging chase and bullets by Immortan Joe's war boys, they get there only to find out the Green Place no longer exists. And the remaining female caretakers, the Vuvalini, found the soil and water was poisoned so badly that even they, with all of their eco-feminist and essentialist feminine connections with nature, could not grow anything anymore, no matter how hard they tried. Devastated, Imperator Furiosa, what's left of the 5 wives, because one of them dies, and a motley assemblage of social change radicals, including ally Mad Max, harness a new source of rage and turn around and head back to reclaim the Citadel to oust the patriarchy and its handmaids, capitalism and militarism in this case, once and for all. At the end of the film, with the overthrow of the capitalist patriarch, the Citadel becomes not just a space of feminist possibility, but also a place where renewal, the ability to thrive, and all forms of transformative growth is possible again. The moment is sort of captured at a point in the movie where water, previously an elite controlled resource, now flows freely to the wretched downtrodden below, otherwise known as the middle class. The reclaimed citadel ultimately represents a victory for those who, of any gender, fighting for a post-capitalist, post-patriarchal, socially just ecotopia. Ecotopia. The underlying theory of change in this movie works something like this. Once the women in the citadel get control over their bodies and nature, plants and water again, a just society will emerge, and that this type of society will have the unique alchemy needed to also succeed in restoring the environment. The Citadel, once a site of devastation, is now poised to become a place where diversity, creativity, beauty, greenery, plants, where all life can flourish. Wow, that is quite a story. The Great Pumpkin is real, Charlie Brown. So why am I talking about Fury Road? Because for me, at least, this movie is a stark reminder, and actually a very timely reminder, that except for space jetting billionaires looking for the next colonization opportunity, there's really no getting out of this place. And there's no going elsewhere. There is no magical green place run by wise, awesome, sexy gun-toting crones or moon-centered matriarchs on motorbikes. It's too late for that. The green place has to be made, not found. This is not easy work. Trying to create something untethered to the system, not attached to its teats, has its costs. It's precarious work, joyous work. It's under-resourced monetarily, at least, and largely uncharted. So mistakes are experienced like leaves falling and swirling around us in October. They are everywhere, sometimes causing relationship harms along the way and burnout. It's hard blazing a new trail. Like Furiosa says in the film, out there, everything hurts. And sometimes we even lose an arm, which of course she did, and she has a mechanical arm. On a personal level, I know that unbuckling from what I was taught is fraught and has been fraught with a lot of ups and downs. But I also know that that's where social transformation starts. At a venture level, we all know not every project succeeds, either financially or in its mission and goals or impact. Yet we also know that each pursuit and daring idea that we do pursue and each improbable project we undertake changes, if not the world, us in fundamental ways. What you see, hear, think, and do next, how you live, who you live with, is different. And each changed version of you makes you that much stronger, more capable, and more resilient to take on the important work that I believe is yet to come. Whether you are flourishing right now, in transition once again, or feeling that your work is proving to be pointless, like trying to monetize or leverage footprints in the sand, remember that ultimately it's you that the future needs over the long haul to reclaim the Citadel. It's not your current project. It's not where you are right now. And that means always taking some time to reflect and celebrate the work you have done and ask yourself if you are in right relationship with your work and yourself and others. It's the fall, and now is a great time to think about harvesting what you've already done, but also looking at your constellation of activities or your tree and figuring out what branches need to go so that your roots can grow stronger. It's Halloween as well, and that got me thinking who I wanted to dress up as this year, and that led me to Furiosa. And if you are still not sure what costume to put on this year for Halloween, maybe you'll consider Furiosa too. Or just go as you are, because in my opinion, they're kind of the same thing. That's it for my viewpoint, October. This is PK Mutch, and see you next time.
If James Bond were a woman, that's who I would want to be. Subtle and unafraid, 2 steps ahead. Calm, cool, masterful, always alert, outwitting all the villains in my skin-tight leather skirt.